Welcome to Days and Nights with me, Sir Nick. I'm sitting by the tinkering, crashing waves on the island of Tortola in the British Virgin Islands, and what a spectacular view from this Inspirado home. So let me test your visualization. We're going to go from here, Tortola, to New Jersey, to the Alpine Country Club for today's show. It's all about golf and making the perfect meatball and James Bond's signature cocktail. We'll visit with some of the top chefs in the world. Nothing but the best for you. Geoffrey Zakarian, Michael Symon, DINO GATTO and Alex Lee. Nothing up my sleeve, but I'll pull a swing tip out of my hat from Faldo Formula. We got a full plate of food, fun and golf in today's show. So let's get started. Hi there, it's Sir Nick here, and former golfer, and I did tell my children a while ago I'm going to be doing a cooking show, and you can imagine the faces I got, like, you what? Anyway, I am, here it is. Chef Alex, we're at Alpine Country Club here, and Michael, and this is, I believe, your dish.
Yeah, so it's a great thing because Alex, you know, when you have one of the greatest chefs in the country running the kitchen at the club, you just call your recipe in and then he makes it for you.
So what have you prepared here, chef, and what are we doing?
So we prepped this great recipe by Michael, where we dry rubbed the pork overnight, and then we smoked it at 225 to an internal temperature of 195.
You dry rubbed it with what?
So it had some garlic, paprika, some black pepper, and a few other spices in there.
A few secret ones.
Yeah, well,
secret.
you know, it's like, you know, the great thing about like a cut of meat like this is it has a lot of fat and it's very forgiving.
Okay.
So, you know, you could smoke it. Like I used to like to use Fruitwoods, you could kind of put it with your favorite seasonings and you let it go. And once it gets to like 195 to 205, it's really at that nice pull apart stage, but still incredibly moist.
Okay.
So it's a great, super tasty but forgiving cut. So if you're feeding a lot of people, you could do a bunch of them.
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm just, like you can see, I'm just pulling it apart with a fork here. You know, you could certainly chop it like in the Carolinas, they would do a whole hog and they would chop it. In different parts, they're gonna pull it. And then I like the sauce or the dressing to be a little bit on the acidic side because this is a fatty cut of meat.
Okay.
So why don't you take a tablespoon of that, Nick, and
put
it right
it
on top.
into there?
Yeah, I trust you. I don't care what your kids say. I trust you. Wait, let's make sure it's okay first. You gotta.
If my mum saw you do, so what's the secret?
Huh?
Yeah.
You have 5 tasters on each hand.
Oh.
What do you think?
You're right. It's
Yeah,
got
it's
a bit
acidic.
of. It's got a. Oh.
So this has a bite. So when you mix it with the fat, it's gonna like smooth it out.
Okay. So.
2 of them, perfect.
2 of them?
Yep, perfect.
Oh.
Just like that. So then we're doing this on like a little potato roll, a very easy roll. Okay. So we're gonna take some of that meat, place it down, a little bit of a slaw so it gives it some crunch. And with most chefs, whether the food is fancy or simple.
Slaw?
Yeah, it's not a not a creamy slaw. So take a bite of that.
Okay, so it's all fingers and thumbs.
All fingers and thumbs, yep. Especially you got some big mitts.
And every TV show you do, they all go, "Oh, it tastes wonderful."
You better say that.
Yeah, okay. It tastes wonderful. Delicious.
What we always try to do with food, Alex, me, Geoffrey, whoever it is you try to find that balance of fat, acidity, texture, and that's really what makes something very tasty. You don't want it to be all fat, all acidic, all, you know, you want kind of different romances and nuances as you go through the food.
It's all about balance.
All about balance.
Yep. Golf
Life,
swings
food,
and
golf swing, everything.
Life, food, golf swing.
Yep.
Thank you, chefs. We're off and running.
Absolutely.
I'm here at the Alpine Country Club in Demarest, New Jersey, for a bigger reason than just great food. My friends Herb Karlitz and Chef Geoffrey Zakarian have invited me to be their co-chair for the first Celebrity Chefs and Friends Golf Tournament to support City Harvest, a charity that does amazing work to feed people in need across New York City.
this is totally the intersection of food, wine, and golf coming together. And the inspiration was actually someone, at least I know you and I know very well, and that was our dear friend Rusty Staub, the ball player. When he retired, he started a foundation to feed people. And this is a version of a tournament we did for 10 years. And Geoffrey was the last honoree here. And then he unfortunately passed away last year. So I went to Geoffrey and said, are you up for taking Rusty's idea and inspiration to the next level?
About 10 seconds.
10 seconds, went to City Harvest. Yep. And then you were the missing link. We needed, well, you were the golf part. We needed the golfer.
Literally
the golfer.
link.
Good luck to you all. Again, thank you for supporting this great cause. You can head out to your holes.
We're off in the Celebrity Chefs Tournament. Each group is a mix of great chefs, golf professionals like Michael Breed, Paige Sporanic, and yours truly, along with generous sponsors and golfers. So many of these top chefs really love their golf and are out competing and having fun today. For the tennis playing chefs, there's a way for them to participate in today's event as well. And there was an incredible array of delicious food and cocktails for all.
Cheers.
I couldn't resist taking more than a few nibbles and sips throughout the round. Well, 5 cocktail stations, that'll knock more than your socks off. And many groups got into the spirit of the tournament by holding clutch birdie putts like this one. So what's the equivalent of making a clutch putt in the kitchen? Well, while you think about it, I'm going to enjoy a gourmet Reuben sandwich. Coming up on Days and Nights, we're going to learn the proper way, dear boy, to make a cocktail for Bond, James Bond. We'll help a few chefs with their golf games, and we'll learn the secrets behind the most famous meatball in New York City. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Days and Nights in just a moment. This segment of Days and Nights is sponsored by Medterra CBD. Good morning, campers. It's 9:43 a.m., which is, of course, the perfect time to have a cocktail. So I've got my good friend Geoffrey Zakarian here, and me being a Brit, my Twitter handle is NF006. So we're going to do the James Bond 007.
We're going to do a Vesper, yes, which is was actually in the movie. I believe it was Casino Royale, and it's a very classic take on a martini. And usually a martini is made with gin. However, because it's James Bond, the first martini that he made, I believe he made it with Smirnoff vodka, and it was because Smirnoff was a sponsor.
Of course, that was the opening days of a sponsor.
Yeah, and so back then in the 60s, it became, the gin cocktail became the vodka martini, and vodka became very popularized because of that movie.
And you know the mix.
Yes, we do, the secret mix. So this is a Vesper. This involves 3 beautiful liqueurs. We have 1 part vodka.
That was a part.
That was a part.
That was a part. I like
2 parts
I like the size of his
gin, and 1 part Lillet. This is a beautiful French aperitif. And then we're just going to put it in a beaker, shaken, not stirred. We're just going to fill it very.
So that's it. It's as simple as that.
Very simple. Very important to have very cold glasses.
For this moment.
All right, you want to get a little beautiful citrus. And the way you do that is
watch this.
Take the lime, put it in like that.
That was it.
That was it.
It's as quick as that. You squeeze it, the zest goes pop, and there we are.
Cheers, Mr. Bond.
Cheers, Mr. Zakarian. You did a magnificent job, may I say. Let's have a look at this week's tip from Faldo Formula, Mind, Body, Swing video series. The next really important point for you club golfers is try and take your focus off this fella. Don't be thinking, I want to hit, all I want to do is hit the golf ball. We collect the golf ball. So you're going to collect it on the face, obviously, and you're going to get through and you're going to make it your real goal to face the target. Because I'll show you, simple, for some reason the golf ball knows wherever your belly goes, my belly goes to the right. Isn't that funny? Golf ball goes to the right. And if you come over the top and your belly is going round the corner over here, guess where the golf ball goes? Left. So if it knows that, let's make the belly. So 1, 2, and belly through to the target. See, that was a tiny bit late, so it's a little to the right. So I'm a big believer in that. You set, 1, 2, belly, and you finish, and you hold it. There we go. We got one online. So that's how I put it together. As simple as that, to get that feel, get the timing. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Try that. You can watch hours and hours of mind, body, swing from Faldo Formula videos that I believe will really help your game. It did mine. It's normally $100 for a year's subscription, but due to this global pandemic and no new golf to watch, I'm going to give it for free until the first major of 2020 is played. Just visit daysandnights.com. Whoa, look at the power. After warming up, I had a chance to play around with 3 of the most influential chefs in the food industry. Chef Geoffrey Zakarian, Chef Michael Symon, and Chef Ming Tsai. Through their popular restaurants, incredibly creative dishes, and worldwide exposure, these 3 chefs are on the leading edge of today's foodie explosion in the US and around the globe.
Today's golfer's worried about nutrition, right? It's about health and physicality. It never used to be that way when you grew up, right?
They're also doing a terrific job for educating everyone, including me, on the pros and cons of certain diets, while also concerned that those in need also receive good food quality and proper nutrition.
I love golf. I wish I was better at it, but I love golf.
Do you know what? Even I wish I was better at it.
I've been playing since I've been a kid. My grandfather was scratch. He was unconventional, but he taught me how to golf when I was a young kid, and been playing ever since, and I love it more than any sport.
So you all seem to get on very well, you chefs, but it must be a bit of aggro in the business, is there?
Yeah, you know, there's like there's a group of us, or you know, that everyone gets along fantastic, and it, competitive, but not in a, like, everyone tries to help each other.
There you go.
I'd call Geoffrey, or Geoffrey would call me, hey, I'm doing this, it's not working, what do you think?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of support within the industry.
Break. Go. 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 Go.
Got it. What a
Oh, that's the putt of the day. When we come back on Days and Nights with me, Sir Nick, I'll get my hands right in it with Chef DINO from Rayo's to make the perfect meatball and help raise money for the City Harvest event. But first, we'll watch the Master Tester review another great product that promises to improve your golf game. 162, wow. Oh, that's solid. That's 111 again. 281. Hi, welcome to Master Tester. You just saw me hitting a few drives, and I've got one of these little launch monitors here from PRGR, so I'm going to give it a test now. It's pretty good. You've got your real basics. You've got your club head speed, I've got ball speed, I've got carry distance, and I can even get my smash factor. So all we got to do is pop it behind the ball. Okay, 160 yards should be a full A time for me. So let's just hit one and see if we can calibrate. Okay, that's all right. See if I can see it land. That'll be the first start. Oh, okay, landed a little short. Let's try and see if I can hit one past it. And yes, I did. Wow, 170. Well, I should intentionally then hit one shorter. A little one. But that landed, yeah, 153. So there we go. Let's try one more and see if we can get a bit more distance out of it. Oh, and he does. Wow, it's in the air forever. And one's back to 170 again. So that's pretty good for all your basics. I've got 92 mile an hour club head speed, 115 ball speed. More importantly, I've got 170 ball distance. And I think that's the feedback we're looking for, isn't it? How you hit the shot, how it felt, how far it flew. So that's what you're looking for. Hey, it's not TrackMan. That's a very expensive machine with tens of thousands of dollars. This is under 200 bucks. Stick it in your pocket, put it on the tee every time you play. Try it. You never know. It could be golf stuff that works. To find out more about the product we tested today, visit daysandnights.com. This segment of Days and Nights is sponsored by Sick Golf Putters. Welcome back to Days and Nights. Inside the Alpine Country Club kitchen, tonight's dinner prep is in high gear. Head chef Alex Lee and his team are focusing on a variety of signature meals that will be served at the charity dinner. The heat in the kitchen is definitely on. However, when things do simmer down, I found that chefs, like many golfers, love to share their trade and offer some tips. For me, I was fortunate to get a lesson on the art of making the perfect meatball with Chef DINO GATTO of Rayo's restaurant in New York City. I'm ready.
All right, so
Right.
what we do is we have 2 pounds of chopped meat.
Two, yeah.
You want to add a little salt and pepper?
Yeah,
Salt,
I can do that.
pepper,
Yeah. So you do everything by hand.
some chopped garlic.
Do you,
Yes, everything by hand.
in small batches like this, or,
No, no,
or bigger,
I mean,
slightly bigger?
We got 2 pounds, so this is more or less an average.
Yeah, okay.
We do at home, but at,
To get
at
started,
the restaurant we do 15
beginners
pounds.
course,
2 eggs,
2 eggs. Gee, everything goes in ready.
half a cup of cheese.
Plenty. Oh, I love Parmesan. It's happy cheese. Did you know Parmesan is the happiest cheese in the world?
And half a cup of breadcrumb.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And if you want to get in, we get you
What
in
do I
there.
do?
Start mixing.
Just go for it, yeah?
Exactly.
Oh, what a wonderful feeling. After a day on the golf course, this is very therapeutic.
All right, once you get everything in there.
I really,
Okay.
I gotta get everything. God, my mum will be proud of me.
Perfect.
So how am I doing? Is that kind of
Great.
Is
And we'll
that
just take
it?
we'll
Yeah.
take some, roll them up.
Yeah. Oh, it's just simple as that. This could be the tricky bit. Is that
Perfect.
good? Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, gee, I'm off
Okay.
and running. This is a good game. I like this. Perfectly around. Well, they stick together nicely. Yeah.
And then once we have them all done,
Yeah. Where do we put them? Or any?
yeah, we'll take these.
We're going to cheat now.
Yeah. So we'll take either corn oil or vegetable oil. We'll get
Yeah.
it nice and hot. Once you roll them,
Place them in. Wow.
place them right in.
For safety, as these are still very valuable golfing fingers, I will let Chef just place them in the boiling hot oil.
Exactly. I'll take care of
Just
that.
in case. So how long will they go in there for?
What we'll do is we'll cook them on each side, 7 or 8 minutes on each
Okay.
side, and then once they're brown on both sides, we
Yeah.
put them into pot with sauce.
The
and we
famous meat sauce.
Exactly. Then we'll finish cooking it in the sauce.
And how long will they stay in the sauce for?
The longer you cook them in the sauce, the softer
better.
they'll get,
Yeah,
because the meat will
Yeah,
absorb
yeah.
everything in there, and they'll
Okay.
be nice and tender and juicy.
Wow, look at that. There you go, folks. Beautiful.
We'll give you
Perfect.
one to try.
I'm very happy with that. Look at the colour, folks. This should soak up all the cocktails we've been drinking on the golf course this afternoon. So it's going to be hot. No, it's good. Oh, delicious. Well, maybe I'll take some on the road with me. I'm not sure if I can get them through customs.
I don't know about, no, I don't think so.
Oh, that's good. Having tried the world's best meatballs, what more could I ask for? Well, how about a grand tasting of foods and cocktails prepared by some of the world's best chefs and mixologists? Whether it's the perfect cut of beef or a tasty fresh seafood delight, just remember to leave a bit of room for dessert.
I got $5,500 going twice, and that's another $5,500 to help City Harvest and Miss Faldo. That is sold.
With our stomachs full, we eased into the main event of the day, the City Harvest Auction. The bidding was very lively, especially on one of the items I fancied, a year's supply of Rayo's world-famous meatballs. And yes, it was sold to the highest bidder. The Celebrity Chefs and Friends Golf Tournament benefiting City Harvest raised enough to feed, now here's the cool bit, more than 12,000 New Yorkers in need for a month.
We appreciate your support tremendously. Thank you for keeping those trucks on the road, keeping them rolling now, 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's the most efficient way for us to drive down costs and get more food out. So thank you for standing with us. And I would be remiss if I didn't say, we are City Harvest. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Thank you for being here today.
The day was a success in so many ways. It was the perfect combination of food, cocktails and golf. Mind you, 6 cocktail stations is something to get used to. But more importantly, we were able to help support City Harvest, the largest food rescue organization in New York City. Thank you, Herb and Geoffrey, for inviting me to co-chair this event. To see so many in the hospitality industry come together and put on this amazing event like this was truly inspiring. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more Days and Nights in just a moment. On the next Days and Nights with me, Sir Nick, I'll take you on a very special behind-the-scenes look into my TV world on CBS Sports golf telecasts. I think you're going to be amazed at all the technology needed to get that picture on your screen and our wonderful voices in your lounge. I have done hundreds of golf days. As you can imagine, in 40 years being a professional, I have never experienced a day like today with City Harvest. That was incredible, wasn't it? Anyway, for more of Days and Nights, go to daysandnights.com. I want to wish you all the best. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for wherever we might be next time on Days and Nights with me, Sir Nick.